Greetings from the neighborhood of The Grove in St. Louis, Missouri. Today is Saturday, February 26th, 2023. It is about 1:16 p.m. Central Time. So we're at the beginning of what you would call The Grove, which is about a 6-block district along Manchester Avenue between Kingshaway Boulevard and Van Deventer Avenue in the Forest Park Southeast neighborhood. It was formerly known as the Manchester Strip, a retail drag that was first developed in the late 19th century to serve the working class population of Forest Park Southeast. Today it's home to a variety of restaurant, bars, clubs, including a significant number of LGBT-oriented establishments. Now, I read that whole thing from Wikipedia just for the quick background history. You can also see, I believe that's downtown in the distance, and at first I didn't think you could see the arch, but that might be the arch way, way, way in the background. But just coming from this area earlier, because I actually began walking near the midway point, it's very artistic with all the murals, and it was like really cool to see. I started off by eating a few tacos at Soul Taco. I got 2 chicken tacos and 1 pork taco. Both were very tasty, $3 each, so that was nice and filling. But we're gonna go ahead and start walking down the Grove. I'm going to be trying to snap some pictures of various things along the way. I also need to make sure that I get to a donut place that I want to go to called Vincent Van Donut before 2 o'clock, which is 42 minutes away, but you want to get there before they close. They even got this electrical box done up artistically with the Grove. Over there is Rehab Bar and Grill. You can see this car peeling over the crosswalk. Along here is like a big mural of sorts on wood of like a runner. I assume that it's a vacant lot that they're going to develop in the future. Then if you look across the way, there's Tropical Taco Circus, Suede Dispensary. I'm going to try to make sure I don't miss some of this artwork. Like, look up there at the taco place. Oh, that's actually United States Postal Office right there too, embedded in the Grove. I saw this when I was walking by. I didn't know what it was. It almost looks like a little old jail. That's pretty kind of a mystery, right? Like, what is that? There's a giant, like, big wheel unicycle. I think there's a purpose to the theme here, because this place on our right is called Handlebar, And you can see this is actually a big giant bike rack with all the stickers that people have put on it. And then they even have the tools that you can do for your bike. And then up there it says handlebar. I don't know what they serve or what's open, or maybe it's just a bike shop, who knows. More bike racks here, so it's definitely a bike friendly area. Looks to be a few residences intermixed, although maybe they were turned into places. Like this here says Chop Shop, a beauty barbering collective. I'm going to try to cross the street a little bit too for when I see some of these murals and go back and forth. See on the side here it says, he's here, he's here, he's every fucking where. See, you blink for a second, you miss something too. Back here, behind the chop shop, is another mural. Almost looks like their breasts are exposed, I don't know. I guess that's what the concept is. Here's Everest Cafe and Bar. So you've got a nice little cafe here. Authentic Nepalese, Indian, and Korean cuisine. Right here against the wall is one of those, I know like every city seems to have these now, but I still find them cool, where it's the Grove. Like they have the name of the area or city. It's a little bit faded, so you can tell it was probably created a while ago. I still love that type of artwork. And in this one here, Grove Fest 2017, as well as the big giant cardinal. Over there across the way is Beast, Butcher, and Block, with more fun artistry. I'm just cutting across to get a closer look at some of the artwork. You can see the big dragon here. I don't know if it's still active, but it says pinball, skee ball, and thrills at the arcade. New parlor. Yeah, I see the arcade games inside the bar. The fun little artwork on the side of the building. One of the places I had wanted to try out was this pizza place here, Pie Guy Pizza, but unfortunately earlier it said they were closed for a private event. So sadly it doesn't sound like we're going to be able to eat there today. And unfortunately, it looks like maybe they're going to be doing like an outdoor Mardi Gras type of party. There's a hot Java bar. But yeah, that pizza place. When I looked online, it said they're closed Mondays and Tuesdays. So those are pretty much the 2 open days that I would have to visit there again. So I won't be able to enjoy a slice, I think, for this trip. It's kind of a unique outdoor setting for that area. There's just murals aplenty. You see the birds across the street there. You've got the Grove. This is the intersection of Manchester and Boyle. Then when you look on the side of this building, Taha's Twisted Tiki. One Nation, One Team. You got another mural. Becky Sauerbrunn for the U.S. soccer team. What is this? I feel like I should be able to read what it says, but I can't. Manchester, okay. So this is a sign for the street, Manchester. Another mural over there. What's gone and what's past. Help should be past grief. There's a decent amount of walkers too, out and about. And this is just a Sunday, like around lunchtime. So not typically would be your most popular day. That's Shishi Restaurant and Lounge. It looks like they were requesting people's ID, maybe for alcoholic beverages. This is the Gramophone. I can see plenty of people indoors there as well. Everywhere you turn, you got to make sure you look both ways so you can catch the mural and artworks on the building. And this looks to be a parking lot that's sort of situated in the middle of everything.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, it's the other way.
No, please.
I see a donut on the back of that building along with a Vincent Van Donut truck. Sauce on the side, calzones is up ahead. They also have a presence in downtown. I didn't visit it, but I was eyeing it. Looks like across the way there's also an ice cream shop called, I think it says the Mangrove. Sauce on the side is busy too. They serve calzones. I can't remember if I mentioned that earlier. I don't think this is the end of the Grove completely. Yeah, there's a sign way down there that constitutes the end of the Grove, but we are going to go ahead and make our pit stop here at Vincent Van Donut, which is at Tower Grove Avenue. I'm impressed with how lively it is. I mean, granted, it's not like there's a boatload of people out, but there's a lot more than I thought. I thought it would be like the only person walking around. Oh, I struck out twice. It says sold out, we apologize. But I guess that also speaks to how popular Vincent Van Donut is. For them to be like sold out, and their hours specifically say Tuesday through Friday 6 a.m. through sold out, and Saturday through Sunday 7 a.m. through sold out, or 2 p.m. So I was thinking 2 p.m. because online just mentions the 2 p.m. component. I might just have to return to this neighborhood. Let me think here. Wednesday morning, I have to check what their hours are of these places on Wednesday. Wednesday I might have a slim window before my plane. If I'm not attracted to other areas, this might be a nice place because it's relatively close to the train that would take you to the airport. So let me continue the tour of the Grove at least. Maybe I'll see if that ice cream place is open and try to indulge in some of that. There's a place called Layla Burgers, Shakes, but it says they are temporarily closed. I don't know how long that's been like that. You can see some more. I assume those are like two little houses remaining on this strip of Manchester. See, I think it's cool how there's like, again, one of these like small houses, unless it's been converted to a business, but it's just embedded within all these things. As an Afghan restaurant. It says open. That's what I like too about the multicultural nature of this area. As we approach Newstead Avenue, Creole with a splash of soul, full service restaurant. Got another unique sign for Grove. Grove with, I presume, like an exclamation mark. So I don't know exactly where the buses run, but you can see there's a bus stop on this street. The bus that I took earlier was back where that pizza shop was. Well, it wasn't a bus, we took a train. So where the pizza shop was, it was 0.6 miles then heading that way, because I walked this way. We got off, took a train from downtown, and it stopped at one of the stations there. Probably about a 10-minute walk or so. The walk wasn't anything touristy, or it was just, you're walking through a very plain type of neighborhood or over a small bridge. It's once you got to Manchester, that's when it was like, oh, cool, here's the Grove area. I'm just trying to say that as a perspective of if anyone's visiting this area. There's an ice cream place there. Maybe that was the ice cream place I was thinking of. It's called Serendipity. Coffee, pastries, and ice cream. And then this also looks like, I would just venture to guess that it's relatively new housing because it looks different from the rest of the neighborhood, and it's like stacked above everything. What's painted on the side here of this building? Consent is my love language. And then there's another one painted on the side of the building up here. Across the street there, Shrimp, Chicken, and Fish, now open, Vales Brothers. Very colorful. I don't know if I've quite seen a mural painted on the side of this type of like building before. Here's UCBC. It looks like a bar, restaurant type of place. I muted the music and skipped ahead for a second there because didn't want to get a copyright for the music they were playing. La Fincha Coffee Roasters, as well as more apartments available. Let's see. Not sure what this bar is called because we're too up close. Oh, this is the UCBC thing. I guess it's a really big spot that they have. I don't know if I've quite seen a restaurant signage be so gigantic before. Definitely stands out though. There's a place called Platypus. They may be open for evening times. And then the opposite side of the spectrum for the Grove. But before I say that, there is a duckbill chicken and vegan place here. Confluence Kombucha. And see, like, once this ends, you kind of like, whoa, it's a completely different area, right? So that will pretty much do it for our tour of the Grove. Like I said, unfortunately, we missed out on potential pizza and the donut. The donut was the place I was really hoping to get. Maybe another day, we'll see. But if you enjoyed this little walk through the tour of the Grove area, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you are visiting St. Louis, be sure to check out at least one of these cool neighborhoods. This was one of them, and then there's like a handful of others, like the Hill. The Hill may not be as, it's an Italian area, it's not quite as clustered as this. It's more spaced out, like you'll have an Italian restaurant on one corner, then a bunch of houses, and then on a different block there's another Italian corner restaurant. But then there's also Central West End, which looks like to be the very vibrant neighborhood with mansion type houses as well. And now that I'm coming back this way, I'm even catching some Murals that I missed, like the shrimp chicken fish place. They've got a chicken and shrimp and fish mural. But yes, thanks again for tuning in, everyone. And by the way, one more thing. If you happen to be from or near the St. Louis Grove area to begin with and want to comment more about this neighborhood and what you think of it, be sure to let us know in the comments section, because remember, I'm doing this as a visitor. Thanks again, everyone.